Hi, everybody. This is the comic book cut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, and welcome back to the comic book cut. Hopefully, you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So, let's talk about the Fantastic Four first steps. And let's talk about this female Silver Surfer. And this is about from a month ago from Batman in the Comics. But I thought it was an interesting story, to talk about. And according to this, and I agree, there is no history with the Shala Ball Silver Surfer. She appeared in one story many, many years after the original Norman Rad had flown through the spaceways. This is a non-character. This is all about taking away the accomplishments of men and saying that they did it on the backs of women. It's just ridiculous. And it's about being divisive towards people and getting both sides angry, and that's all it's about. Well, let me read you this article, which I thought was, like I said, interesting. Let's stop acting like Fantastic Four First Steps female Silver Surfer has any real comic book history. In seeking to either defend their favorite media franchise, keep their own hopes for the film alive, or even just own the chuds, a large swath of Marvel Cinematic Universe fans have recently taken to citing the supposed comic book history of the female Silver Surfer, Shala Ball, as proof that Fantastic Four First Steps is finally delivering the source material accuracy many critics have long demanded. There's only Norman Rad. She's a pretender. She's a pretender. Alternate version of the real Silver Surfer, the fallen angel. But the article continues, but here's the thing. Not only is this assertion wildly disingenuous, but it's also 100% untrue. It means it's a lie. It's a lie. This is all about brainwashing people too, and believing things that didn't happen, and you can change them. Okay. The Silver Surfer was let's give you a little background on the Surfer. He appeared in issue number 48 of the Fantastic Four, the original series, created by Jack Kirby. He created the Surfer, completely and totally. Stan had given him a story. He said, I want you to create a godlike figure that will devour the planet Earth. He looked at Galactus as God. And he created the Silver Surfer with the idea that he was the fallen angel. And when Stan got the pages back, he asked Jack, he's like, Jack, who's this character? Who's this character on the surfboard? He explained it to him. He's a Silver Surfer. He's the fallen angel, and based on that, and he was so popular that he got his own series, and Stan wrote it, and of course, John Buscema was the original artist on that very first series, but he is a creation of Jack Kirby. The article continues. The best example of this phenomenon looked no further than the myriad of such comments and retweets made in response to the film's first official trailer. Well, it doesn't matter, who cares? Wherein Wolfman star Julia Garner made her debut appearance as the live-action Herald of Glad. Well, that's stupid. Who cares? Who cares what these dimwits know? These dimwits don't know anything they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not going to read any of this nonsense, any of this garbage. This is all about brainwashing people. Again, believing that things did not happen when they did. And a lot of it are people that were bought off. And just some of them are bots. Some of them are just brain dead people. I saw people walking around with a mask today. Walking around with a mask under the chin. Why are you wearing the mask? Just stupid things. Like I said, the Silver Surfer has a history. It has nothing to do with Shala Ball. Shala Ball is just his desire to save his world. Zenla. He's one of the most noble heroes in the history of Marvel Comics. One of the most noble heroes in the history of comics, period. And he sacrificed his life, his very existence, in the service of a god/devil, so he could save his world, save his woman from having his planet devoured by the devourer of worlds and Galactus. There is no truer hero than this guy. This guy is a true hero. You know, the one thing that Comics has done is they've gone out of their way to destroy the true heroes. And this is, and again, Disney has done this too. There is no more truer hero than the Silver Surfer. Sacrificed his entire life to save his planet. Sacrificed his very existence to save the Earth from Galactus. Went against his master and was punished for it. Ergo, the fallen angel. That's when he becomes the fallen angel. He rejects what this God has set him to do. His task is to find worlds to destroy. He comes to Earth and he's reminded of his past life when he meets Sue Storm at the time, Sue Richards at the time. And that whole thing changes his life. And he's becomes fallen by not being able to leave the Earth. And he protects the Earth. So he goes from saving his world from being destroyed and saving a world that he can't leave the Earth. He's stuck around the planet for a very long time. He has to protect the Earth because there's nothing else for him to do. And because he's a noble hero and he does the right things in life, that's what this is about. This is about destroying good do-gooders and good people, and brainwashing people and believing that that being a hero is a terrible thing, and that anybody could be a hero. Not everybody is heroic. Not everybody is a hero. And if you are a hero, most people don't want to talk about it, you know. But this is a character that is a true hero. There's very few true heroes in comics. Superman's one. Captain America's one. Silver Surfer certainly is. Like Spider-Man's not a true hero because he was selfish in the beginning. He was paid a lesson. Batman's heroic, but he does it based off of revenge. True heroism, you give up everything. Everything. You know, everything. Or you do because it's right. And that's the Silver Surfer. And that's what they're trying to say, you know, well, Charlotte Ball would have done the same thing. She's a different person. If this was a real world, real life, she would have a different reaction. Who's to assume that her love for him is as strong as his love for her? You don't know. Everybody's different in their own way. And men and women certainly react to different things in different ways. So you can't just assume that the female is going to act very similar to this very different character in the male. And they might have had different backgrounds, different lives on that planet until they met. But thank you for watching this video. We'll have plenty of stuff on the Fantastic Four First Steps movies. You need to hit that subscribe button. I'll have plenty of stuff here. And of course, try to watch the entirety of the video. Try to watch all the videos if you can. I got a lot of stuff here that I want to talk about, but particularly Fantastic Four. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.